A stockpile of Sunday soccer to wrap up match week 12 in MLS Next Pro. And we start from the North Star State as Minnesota United FC 2 hosts Colorado Rapids 2. From National Sports Center Stadium, I'm Philip Galati. Thanks so much for joining us on MLSNextPro.com and One Football. It was about a month ago that Minnesota went on the road and beat Colorado 2-1, courtesy of a Marcus Caldera brace. The Mississauga, Ontario native, leading the Loons in scoring with 5. Since then, though, the squad hitting a bit of a speed bump as we take a look at the starting 11 for head coach Fernando Adi. Marcus Caldera available off the bench. Instead, it is Darius Randall, the 18-year-old, leading the line up top with 3 goals and 1 assist to his name on the season thus far. Keep an eye out as well for Sam Vigilante on that left wing with a goal and assist to his name, able to make those darting runs in behind and play some excellent crosses into the box as 17-year-old Keen Perkins gets his 3rd start of the season in between the posts and his 1st since March 22nd against Sporting Kansas City 2. As for Colorado Rapids 2, the defending Western Conference champions, with a little bit of a different look today for them. For head coach Eric Bushy, it's all about pushing through their recent stretch of matches. They'll look to some returners from last year, one of them being Charlie Harper leading the back line, Sidney Wathuta as well in midfield. He can play just about anywhere, whether it's centrally on the wing, even make those runs in up top alongside Bilo Diop, who had 14 goals for Rapids 2 last year. Hasn't quite hit the same clip yet, but still returning to full fitness, as are a number of these Rapids 2 players looking to get their first win of the season. A beautiful day for it, and again, a full slate of soccer on the way. Matches all night long, available on MLSNextPro.com and One Football. We thank you for joining us for the very first one of the day. Rapids 2 will be wearing the white with maroon shorts. Speaking to head coach Eric Bushy earlier this week, it was a difficult offseason for the club with a lot of movement. A couple of players as well picking up knocks. But since then, word has been progression. Every week, Colorado getting a little bit better. They have been unfortunate not to pick up more points, especially with how close a lot of their games have been. Minnesota United FC 2 as well, on the wrong side of a couple close score lines, but that is the nature of this league. Highly transitional, and sometimes you just need to be in the right place at the right time to break hearts. It'll be black and blue for the hosts today. Head coach Fernando Adi told us earlier this week that he'll be pulling out all the stops tonight. 3-back formation leaves a lot of surprises in store in terms of how a team wants to go forward and how many numbers they're going to commit on every chance. Coach Adi saying keep an eye out in the final third for how much freedom these players are given positionally. It may not be the most rigid, robust shape. Instead, that fluidity and that constant motion will keep Rapids 2 guessing. Bilo Diop will be the man to get us underway. Had 6 goals in the month of August of last year in his first year as a professional. The Loons' cry sounds as the ball is rolling. Rapids 2 headed to the right, MNU FC 2 toward the left. Early, a promising chance in behind. Bryce Jamison thought he had a good look. Flag will go up. 2-striker pairing has been the go-to for head coach Eric Bushy this year. Who is in the 2 has been swapped as of late. It started with Donovan Phillip, the former NC State man and the Mac Herman Trophy winner, given to the most valuable player in all of NCAA Division I college soccer. He's been out the last few weeks with an injury. Bilo Diop has been a mainstay in the starting 11. Sidney Wathuta as well can play up top, but Coach Bushy telling us that he wants to try a little bit deeper into midfield for Sidney Wathuta. Wathuta had 10 goal contributions in 18 appearances last year, the Vancouver native. Good win by Chandler on the near side. As you'll see the three-back start to take shape, with Carlos Harvey as well from midfield dropping in behind them in his MLS Next Pro debut for the club, wearing the captain's armband as well. Harvey will look long. It's a great find if it can be brought down. Chandler able to skip away from one, still has to settle it. At the corner of the box is Troy Putt. Kabia. One more time by Harvey. Promising chance now. Player goes down. Referee right there and not interested. Plenty of contact in the box. Enough of the ball for it to be a clean play. Alejo Calume is the man with the whistle. Would have been a perfect start for Minnesota. It's a good idea if it can get there. Dakota there defending. Does enough to concede the throw. Colorado caught on their heels a little bit, but they've done their homework. They know that Kieran Chandler has the long throw in his locker. And it is a good throw. Bounces at the near post. Not a good clearance away. Kabia will get there first. Troy. Switches on if they want it. Instead back with Troy. Coach Bushy urging his side forward and nearly picking off the pass was Alex Harris. This is going to be a very vertical game. Just the way these teams like to play and how they've lined up tonight. We'll likely see a lot of back and forth as the referee will bring this one back. Tried to let the contact go, and there was no clear advantage. So with the 3-back plus the 4-back on either side of midfield, and two teams boasting talented, pacey wingers, probably going to see a lot of duels like that, one-on-one, players driving at their mark, trying to make something happen. Could be a very attacking-minded day. Goal scoring has been a little bit of Achilles' heel for both sides in recent weeks. This one toward the back post and caught through traffic as Kendall Starks manages to hold on. Brave goalkeeping. It was certainly his to claim, looping toward the corner of the 6-yard box as Wathuta tries to bring it down. Fadal, another player who fell foul of the injury bug, Ali Fadal. Big inclusion back in the side as there's contact there, and there would have been a fast break. This will certainly be a card. It looks to be yellow for the captain, Carlos Harvey. An early booking out of the referee's pocketbook. And the skipper is now on a tightrope. This is great hustle play by Bryce Jamison to get there. And then one touch right there. You can see there is contact there. Harvey's trying to get out of the way, but there's enough to trip him up. And he's lucky that they were so far from goal, because another 10, maybe 15 yards down the field, and that yellow could have been red. Here's Sawadogo. Man, earlier this season made his debut and scored in that match. Confirmation of the booking to Carlos Harvey. Not the way he wanted to start his MLS Next Pro debut. Numbers forward here for Rapids 2. It looked like Wathuta wanted to try his luck. Didn't get the daylight he was hoping for. Here's Troy again. Winning that second ball is going to be key for Minnesota with how vertical they've started this match. Making sure they can pick it up when they knock it down. Here's a chance to try. Aldo doing enough for the throw, despite Dakota's pleas. It'll be another long throw for Kieran Chandler. Everybody wants a piece. Flicked onto the back post, and it needed a crashing runner. Looked like Harwood was there arriving late, but second to it. This one allowed to bounce as well. Harvey trying to fight for it, going over. There was contact there again. Referee not even giving it a second look. Jamison wide open. No way to get him the ball. So 2 early half shouts for a spot kick for Minnesota. Look at the numbers flying forward in white for Colorado. 2 overlapping runs made. Instead, the switch is shut down. Back for Fadal. Chance for Colorado to try and build now. It's very patient out of the back. It's nearly worked out. Just that little layoff pass from Jamison overhit. Rather, it's Bilo Job clattering into the defender, and the referee will bring this one back. The hustle play encouraged from his sideline for Bilo Job. Sometimes as a forward, most of the game is spent chasing. Bilo Job has excellent stamina, long strides. It's not something any defender wants to see when they're running out of time. It's Bilo Job closing them down. Now numbers here for Minnesota. 4-3 if there's a good service. Step over comes up empty for Jacob Friedman. Tried to put on the moves and just let the ball get away from him. Clarkson. Chandler again. Kabia. Putt. Oh, lovely little move. Gets the nutmeg past the second defender. Finds a wide open man. And it was cushioned back in front. But maybe time to hit that first time. Even a second touch. Look at the space afforded on the switch. First of all, this nutmeg by Troy is spectacular. And then just that little bit of the dip of the left shoulder, pushing onto the right foot. It's excellent balance from the youngster. Forward for Jamison. Whipped in. Too much on it. Bilo Job will get there. Trying to fight through the contact, and Harvey tackles him. both teams getting forward aplenty. Just the final pass that's missing that little bit of consistency. Only the 12th minute, though. Couple challenges came in there, and the referee will just settle things a little bit, calm the tempers. It looks like Kamal Sawadogo will get the talking to. Nothing more than that. The whistle had already sounded before he went in for the challenge. Didn't go in dangerously or anything like that. Just the 4th start of the season for Kamal Sawadogo. You mentioned some of the players unavailable for Rapids too. That means a lot of other players get to fight for that starting 11 spot. He is one that has fought and earned it. Awkward one. Chandler does well. Now Troy. Good ball. Kabia skipping away. Goes over again. Didn't look like there was much in that one. And now Colorado can counter. Ball played behind Bilo Jomp. He didn't even know about it. Rapids 2 going to go Route 1 today, it looks like. Harwood. Kabia once again. Another nutmeg, but nobody on the other end of it. Wathuda, intercepted by Harwood. Able to read the spin. Troy. Looks like Fernando Adi had some words for Jack Clarkson on that last play. Wondering what sort of instruction he may have issued there. This portion of the match is brought to you by the experts at Alina Health, an altogether better kind of healthcare. Learn more at alinahealth.org. Everybody up once again. Again, the second ball going to be key here. Or if someone can get a touch at the front post and loop it toward the back. This is a long way. Give it a heave regardless. To the top of the key. Appeals for handball, not given. Job trying to turn out of pressure and does enough to earn the foul. Referee gonna have a talking to as well. Well, early game management from our head official, Alejo Calume. And it's Harvey who's getting the warning. He is already on a yellow card and will clutch that captain's armband tightly if he wishes to keep it. Well, at the highest level, game management is what really separates good referees from great referees. It's hard to do. 22 players chasing their professional dreams, fighting with every ounce of athleticism and intensity. Sometimes calming tempers down in the early stages sets things up for success later on. Another foul called and a second whistle as well. Because as a referee, once the game gets out of hand, it is nearly impossible to get it back. And these two teams that are going to go vertical, they're going to clash a lot. There's going to be 50-50 chances just about everywhere. It's a good idea to impose the rule of law early and often. Players lined up on either side of the penalty arc. Played short for Harwood. He'll stand it up. More so a driven cross, actually, that's headed back down in front and comfortable for Starks. Only a few options showing short, almost everybody else going vertical. Now Minnesota will bring the pressure. Fadal has found a pocket and has found Aquino in turn. Forced to turn back. Aquino forced to create. Going over and a free kick. Fadal with the captain's armband for Colorado. Picked up an injury early last year against St. Louis. Missed almost the whole season, but came back in the final against Red Bull New York 2 for a few minutes. A big addition back to this side to have him healthy. Already eclipsed 500 minutes on the season thus far. Man who signed for Valencia back in 2022 and in fact made his senior debut the following year in the Copa del Rey. Talent aplenty on this field this afternoon. It's a decent ball in. Work to do though for Bilo Diop, and he's done it well. Rather Jamison who brings it down. These two crisscrossing runs, keeping Minnesota guessing. Here's Fadal. Coach Eric Bushy pulling some numbers deeper into midfield. That's a poor pass. And excellently defended. Fuda recovers. And it's Minnesota throw. Not playing those 5-10 yard passes to build up often, Colorado, but when they do, Minnesota are just kind of lying in wait. Just spectating, waiting for the moments to pounce. Almost like a lion on the hunt in the tall reeds. Just waiting, observing, and then striking. But if they keep committing numbers forward, there is a way that Colorado can draw the lion out from its hiding spot and go over the top of that midfield. Loose in front for a moment. Speculative attempt, and not one he'll want to watch back in training this week. Oh, the Route 1 was on there, but the ball was rolling. Again, that's that direct nature for Colorado. Going long over the top. It was a good idea, but the ball has to be completely stopped before Kendall Starks can kick it. Go long again. It's almost worked out for them. Harvey's won the header and cleanly. So early, a chance to see the two different philosophies here. The high press for Minnesota versus the Route 1 detour for Colorado. This is some good link-up play. Harvey again fighting for it. With Thuda, Fadal. Just pinballing a bit in the breakdown there. Sawadogo. Try his luck, but that one forced. Backpedaling was Perkins. Does well. Koto reads the switch. Jamison, a push and go, and he's got some speed with him. Still Jamison through the legs of his teammate, Bilo Diop. Again, that two-striker pairing almost combining. This portion of the match is brought to you by Allianz Life Insurance Company of North America, proud worldwide insurance partner of the International Olympic and Paralympic Committees. So we've seen that link-up play between Bryce Jamison and Bilo Diop a few times now, especially on that last passage of play. Typically in a two-striker formation, you want the two strikers no more than 5 or 10 yards away from each other as Koto wins the free kick. And so far, those two have been tied together on a string. The pass just a little bit behind the run there, but the pace of play is there. Both very quick players, Jamison and Diop. Again, now it's just the consistency of hitting that final pass into stride ahead of the run. Making sure they understand that 5-10 yard rotation at all times. All right, looked like a high foot. Referee says so. Kabia wanted to keep going. Elsewhere, Chattanooga and Carolina Core have kicked off. Scoreless in the early stages of that one. And a foul coming out. Philip Galati with you from National Sports Center Stadium. Minnesota and Colorado meeting for the second time this season. Still scoreless thus far. Neither goalkeeper really yet to be tested, though. That could change here. Here's Randall, poked away by Fadal. Excellent reading of the play. Aquino pops right back up. Clean tackle by Kabia. Ball one, that's exactly what the referee says. He stopped it on a dime. Now he goes down after the play and referee says play on. Getting a little more physical now. Still the 1 yellow card to Carlos Harvey back in the 6th minute. Play on. Randall, 18 yards out, trying to curl one. Nearly picked out the upper 90. First time we've said Darius Randall's name tonight. A touch to settle, a second out of his feet. He does everything right but the finish. Maybe that first touch is a little bit too stuck under his foot. And then just has to overcompensate with the swing of the right leg. It's not a bad effort, but from that sort of distance, you'd back him to put it on target, if not score. Wasn't very far off at all. Randall with 3 goals on the season thus far. Signed as an MLS homegrown in May of last year. 4th homegrown player in club history, and the youngest to make a first-team appearance in Score. For 50 appearances for MNUFC 2 in his career. What a future he has ahead of him. Towards Randall with the looping header. Just backpedaling a bit. Someone who's more than capable to do just about anything, said his head coach Fernando Adi. He says the best is still yet to come for him. He's been aggressive in the last few weeks. His attitude's been there. Comes to training every day wanting to get better. And does the little things well that a number 9 is asked to do, setting up his teammates, drawing defenders out of the way, but now it's that final product. Can you score goals? He's an excellent shooter. So now it's about encouraging him to take his chances, said Coach Adi. Looked like Troy was shaken up after the play. Made his Major League Soccer debut earlier this year, back on February 28th against Austin. Featured at last year's U20 World Cup for the All Whites. Auckland, New Zealand native. Got a header. Aquino will give chase. Reads the bounce. Has Jop with him. Back for Aquino. And one more time. And again, that final pass is the missing piece of the jigsaw puzzle. Contrast the high press from Minnesota for Colorado, just waiting for Perkins to give them the ball, which he does. Decoto, that's never where you want to pass it. Randall, one-on-one, great save. Kendall Starks with the get-out-of-jail-free card. Decoto passing it across the middle of the back line, which you are never supposed to do. It was well read. Randall one-on-one, but credit to the goalkeeper for closing him down. Now to the back post. Appeals for handball. Harvey defending it. And now trying to take it out himself. Does enough to win the free kick. Well, any coach will tell you when you're in trouble, don't pass it to the middle. Good poke by Vigilante. And maybe Randall lets it run a half step too long, but full credit to Kendall Starks. Getting big and taking away the angle. And again, there's that high press from Minnesota, forcing it into the middle where they have the numbers and creating chances from it. Fadal. Harvey again. There's an awkward one. Decoto went over the ball. Maybe fortunate to escape a booking here. He won't. Second yellow card of the match and the first to Rapids 2 for Jabari Decoto. Gave away the ball a few minutes ago and is now in the pocketbook. This portion of the match is brought to you by Target. Target is here for the love of the loons. So Troy will swing this one in. Right-footed delivery. You have to imagine if someone gets on the end of it, they'll go for goal rather than knock it back down in front. The referee will halt proceedings. Swung in, called for by Starks. Punch not away just yet. Player down in the box. The referee will have to stop it now. Lenny's sort of suspected upper body injury per the laws of the game is an immediate stoppage just to make sure the player is okay first and foremost. And of course, any sort of free kick like that, there's always a chance that players will collide unintentionally. Take one more look at it. It looks like it was a collision with his own goalkeeper. I believe that's Sawadogo who went down. Chance to check on him, make sure everything's okay. Looks like he'll stay on, which is a good sight to see. And a chance for both coaches to update their game plan a little bit. Referee has motioned everybody back out. Just over 10 minutes to go of regulation in this first 45. Still scoreless in the other match thus far. Chattanooga and Carolina Core as well in the 35th minute. Colorado have put some numbers up here. See what Keem Perkins decides to do. Under hit a little bit. Clarkson forced to step into it. That's a poor giveaway. Fadal does ever so well. Jameson with the quick feet. A little fountain move. Just to quickly change his balance and fool Jack Clarkson. Sent long towards Chop. Felt the contact there, but stayed upright. Decoto has time. Minnesota find their shape. First time we've seen Colorado really have some sustained possession here. To the byline, nobody at the front post. Kabia, work to do to play out of the pressure. It's given away. Credit to Rapids, too, for keeping a firm grip of the ball in the final third. Harwood, dispossessed. Bilo Jop making the tackle. Numbers in the area waiting for the cross. Blocked to the near post by the skipper, Harvey. Thuda. Colorado looking much more poised on the ball in the opening 20-25 minutes or so. They've been able to get numbers forward and try and set up shop here. More importantly, they haven't let Minnesota out. Aquino. Little flick for Fadal. Jop checking too, well read. Look how far out of his area Kendall Starks was. Troy might have been away. It's a good ball in behind, but the flag will go up. That's really clever from Minnesota there. They sensed they were under pressure. Colorado finally tries to keep it on the ground, so they just step up right at the last second to leave Aquino offside. Rather looked like Alex Harris was denied a fast break. Industrious bit of work by Chandler. Troy fighting the contact. Good 1-2 for Nick Dang to get forward. Setting it back for Harwood. Now Chandler to the back post. Open man. Blocked off the line. Still alive and it's in! Jacob Freeman with the breakthrough. And Minnesota find themselves in front shortly before halftime. His first professional goal, and the New York native with the big-time impact. It was a great block, looping upward. Freeman read it. Two players on the line, been able to squeeze it through. Minnesota have seen much more of the ball in the final third, and it was a matter of time before they broke the deadlock. Jacob Freeman, an Wisconsin, New York native, played his MLS Next Soccer with the Long Island Slammers. Stayed close to home for his college ball with Monmouth. 5 goals, 15 assists, and 49 appearances.
Jacob Freeman.
A special moment for that young man. really good ball movement on that sequence as well, switching the point of attack not once but twice. Searching ball, and it looked to be onside for Bryce Jamison. It's over hit for him. Again, that Route 1 pass just hasn't come off yet for Rapids 2. The defending Western Conference champions find themselves down to Minnesota once again.
He's been practicing a little. Come on, Oliver. Come on. I did too. I was waiting for after the score.
Troy bundled over. Fadal the guilty party. And some reprieve as he tries to urge his side onward. Again, that vertical pass is just what's been lacking. The runs are there. Offside trap has worked well as 43.5 minutes are concerned. Big switch from Harvey. Maybe too big. Overestimated his strength. Sawadogo. Decisively forward for Harris. Sawadogo again probing. First ball read well, and the second poked away. There's a little bit of a kick out there as well, but Harwood will go the other direction. Randell to the right. Big shoulder to put off Troy, who goes down but pays no mind to it. Now with Thuda, with room to roam, bearing down on goal. Option on the far side. Numbers waiting for the cutback, and the offside flag goes up again. 3 minutes at a minimum tacked onto this first half for Colorado to level things. Again, finding their chances to be a bit of a scarcity today, but a lot of soccer left to be played. Dang. Lovely turn by Troy. Just effortless to drop the shoulder and check to the ball there. Fadal with a big tackle. You heard the yelp from Kabia. It looked clean, but there was certainly force in it. He seems to be in some real pain. Pops up rather quickly, though. Alpha Kabia, the Freetown, Sierra Leone native. Featured in the top flight of his home country for the East End Lions. That's a lovely ball through, but it's off the back heel of Alex Harris. Again, it's just that final diagonal ball that hasn't been working out for Rapids 2. but they are starting to find the pockets in behind. Nervy moment at the back, and Sarks will just get it away. Nobody there from Randall. And here's Bilo Jop. He's got some speed, but he had Nick Dang to his left to put in the challenge. Seconds left in the first 45. Not sure Colorado knows it. Jamison, oh, what a move. To the byline, across goal, and nobody there. Just needed a sliding touch to make it 1-1. Bryce Jamison with the 5-star skill moves. Still alive in the box. Squared for Bilo, chop! Dragged wide of the far post. For what is the final action of the first half. Rapids 2 showing some life late, but it is Minnesota in front by a score of 1-0. Jacob Friedman's header in the 41st minute separates the two sides at the interval. Coming up in our halftime show, we go back to the Northeast for another player pathway success story, plus highlights and stats after this brief timeout.
They say the world's game is played everywhere. This is how we play it here. Every weekend across North America. From Vancouver's mountain rain to the shores of Florida. From the City of Angels to the Heartland. The world's brightest stars light up our fields. Let's go. And our fans bring the world to life. In every language, in every city. One game, one roar. Sold out nights under lights. New soccer citadels rising from coast to coast. Every chant, every goal, another brick in a growing relief. Now, the world's biggest stage comes to our home. And when they arrive, they'll find the game's heartbeat has been here all along.
A lot of upside, a huge ceiling for this young kid.
You're going to like him a lot. His name is Peyton Miller. This is great stuff again. Oh my goodness.
A little bit of force away through here. The ball to the back post. It's awkward and it's thrust in towards goal.
From Unionville, Connecticut to stepping on the field in Major League Soccer, Peyton Miller's journey is just getting started.
I'm from Connecticut. I grew up in Unionville. Growing up, I trained a lot with my dad. My dad is mostly the reason for where I am today. When I was like 7, I won a championship for my travel team with my dad as a coach, and I kind of just fell in love with it from there.
As Peyton began to excel as a player, he began receiving attention from multiple clubs.
I started at FSAFC, and then I wanted to excel my game a little bit more, so then I went to Oakwood. And then from there, we played teams like New England Revolution, Philadelphia Union, and then the Revs reached out, and it was my childhood dream to play for the Revs, so it was kind of an easy decision for me to make to come here.
When I arrived at the Revs as a new employee, the staff was telling me about a young man named Peyton Miller. And so right away I went and did as much research as I could, and when I watched him play one time, it was like, wow, this kid is special. Just the way he moved, the way he was working with the ball, the way he looked around naturally. I knew, as well as others knew, this kid had something inherently in him that we wanted to be around.
Dreams don't come without sacrifice. At just 13, Peyton had to leave his family and friends behind to pursue soccer full-time.
It was hard not being able to be with my parents and not being able to see friends, but it was the sacrifices that I had to make to live this dream. And before that, a year earlier, my parents had to drive 2 hours every single day from Connecticut to Foxborough just so that I can make training, and I'm very grateful for that.
Moving into the Academy's residency program gave Peyton access to top-level training and gave him a platform to continue growing.
And our world structure is everything, because players they're learning so much. There's academics, there's social development, there's physical development, there's goals, there's outside pressures already, there's social media. So what we need to do is we need to provide structure to allow these players to chase their dreams, but chase their dreams with guidelines and helpful. And then when they need a little something extra, we're there for them to help them navigate whatever's in front of them.
By 15, Peyton's hard work paid off. He signed a homegrown contract with the Revolution, and he made his professional debut with Revolution 2 in 2023.
It was against Atlanta. I had a couple good chances, good balls for an assist or a goal maybe. That should have happened, but I was very nervous in the beginning, but as soon as the whistle blew, it kind of just all went away, and all I could feel was just like the adrenaline rush.
Playing against older and stronger players forced Peyton to adapt quickly.
I didn't want the guys like babying me because I was young. I wanted them to tell me how it really was, and they really understood that, and like they weren't afraid to yell at me if I did something wrong, and that's what helped me get to the next level.
His performances that season with Revs 2 opened the door to an opportunity with the first team.
At the end of our season with the second team, they gave me the chance to come train with the first team, and then a little bit previous of that, that's when I signed my homegrown contract. So that was a very big step. You know, the speed of play was crazy when I got to the first team, but I got used to it for a little bit, and then that's when the off season hit, and then that's when I really started to like train, and I came back for the preseason, and I was ready for it.
Soon after came the moment he'd been dreaming of since childhood, his MLS debut at just 16 years old, making him the second youngest player in club history to make his debut.
Another interesting debut here. Obviously all the talk about Kevin Sullivan, but Peyton Miller will make his MLS debut, the 16-year-old from Unionville, Connecticut.
My parents made the trip to Philly so they could see me play, and I kind of knew before the game that like this might be the game that I come in, because they told me that week that I'll probably get in that game. But I was nervous stepping to the line, but Caleb just said to me, like, have fun. This is what you love to do. Just go out there and be a kid. And that's what I did. I kind of, as soon as I stepped on the field, everything just went away, and it was just me on the ball.
For Peyton and his family, it was a moment of pride.
They were all excited. You know, I got a lot of texts from everyone, Instagram stories, all that type of stuff. Everyone just saying that they're proud of me. It was kind of just like a full circle moment, being able to represent the badge and represent my family, my friends, and knowing that all the hard work that I put in, the sacrifices that my parents made, paid off.
4 days later, Peyton would make his full MLS debut against FC Dallas.
Okay, Miller, goal. Bobby Wood! to the lead.
Peyton hasn't just made waves at the club level. He's also become a mainstay in the U.S. youth national team setup, earning call-ups from the U15s through the U23s. He featured in all 4 matches at the 2023 FIFA Under-17 World Cup, and later represented the United States at the 2025 FIFA Under-20 World Cup as one of the youngest players on the roster.
As a staff, when Peyton debuted with the 17s and went on, we all have these Slack channels and his pictures coming up from different players snapping the TV going, there's our friend, there's our teammate, there's our guy, and then other coaches. It was really endearing just to be together. It was because we were actually on the road for a game as an academy staff, and that was amazing. And then to see the whole transformation of where he goes and what he's done, we couldn't be more proud.
Peyton hopes his story can be a blueprint for success for the next generation of Revolution players.
It means a lot to me, like to have younger kids look up to me, and some kids will come up to me and ask me like, what'd you do to get where you're at? And I kind of just tell them like it takes sacrifice and effort, and you just have to be willing to put in the work. But there's a lot of kids that come up to me, and I always tell them like, don't be afraid to come up and talk to me. Like, I was once where you're at. Like, don't be afraid.
What a journey that young man has ahead of him. MLS recently agreed to a deal that will see global investment firm KKR make a strategic investment and partner with MLS Next Pro. KKR will inject capital into MLS Next Pro with an eye on growing the league and its footprint around the continent. In conjunction with MLS, the partnership will oversee commercial strategy as it looks to move the 27 MLS-affiliated Next Pro teams into new markets, with an eye on building brands within those communities and seeking stadium development deals. We will hear more about this in the coming seasons. As for this season, Match Week 12 in MLS Next Pro, and a lot of soccer coming your way. 1-0 at the interval. Jacob Friedman with the lone goal in the 41st minute to separate Minnesota and Colorado in their second meeting this season. We mentioned some of the other scores around the league. Both Friday and Saturday had plenty of games. New England Revolution 2 beating Crown Legacy in the PK shootout. Austin FC 2 with all 3 points and 3 goals, the clean sheet against SKC 2. Elsewhere, NYCFC 2 get revenge against FC Cincinnati 2 with a 2-0 win, as we take a look at the halftime highlights from National Sports Center Stadium in the North Star State. A back-and-forth affair to begin this one. It was Minnesota getting early chances, the long ball over the top for Troy, who went down, but referee said no penalty. Not the only penalty shout in that first half for Minnesota. Excellent link-up play here as Darius Randall with his best chance of the opening 45, just missing that top right corner. And it was all black and blue to start things. Randall again getting on the end of another one, but unable to steer that on target. And then this was nearly the goal. Ducoto's pass picked away by Vigilante. Randall one-on-one with a big-time save from Kendall Starks in just his 4th appearance of the season. But eventually, the hosts would find the breakthrough. The cross to the back post, headed down, blocked off the line, but the danger punished in front by Jacob Friedman. His first professional goal, putting Minnesota up 1-0 over Colorado. Those were the halftime highlights. The second half coming up on just the other side of this short break.
fun season of MLS Next Pro.
Welcome back. The Killers are coming out of their cage and the players are coming out of the locker room for the second half here at National Sports Center Stadium. There'll be one change at the break. Carlos Harvey, the captain in his MLS Next Pro debut, picked up a booking. He will be replaced by Philip Tarnu. Eighth appearance of the season for Tarnu, his first off the bench. Does have an assist already in 2026. A little bit of rotation for head coach Fernando Adi. Elsewhere around the league, Carolina Core and Chattanooga deadlocked at zeros after 45 minutes. Portland Timbers 2 and top of the West Dynamo Dos have kicked off just a few moments ago, as well as St. Louis City 2 and LAFC 2. Reminder, all of those matches available on MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. Full slate as well tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern. Orlando and Miami will square off, always a good one. Then Red Bulls 2 and CT United, as well as Vancouver and Real Monarchs. The last match of the evening will be at 8 o'clock between Columbus and Toronto. Well, who doesn't love Mr. Brightside? The music fades out. Time to get this second half started. If you're just joining us, Philip Galati with you. Minnesota in the black and blue. Rapids 2 in the white and maroon.
Number 35, Philip Tarnu.
Kabia, nice move. He's got some speed with him. Just forced the pass a little early. No, it's gonna work out. Great run this by Friedman. How on earth did he get on the end of that? Jacob Friedman, fresh off his first professional goal at the tail end of the first half. Already ready to get right back into the action. Corner kick on the way in a very crowded box. Bouncing low. Again, nothing coming of it. Vidal winning the second ball. Giving right back to Kabia. Now Vigilante eyeing up the cross, instead squared for Friedman. Cut back, blocked on a dime, and out for a goal kick. Only saw 2 crosses from open play for Minnesota in that first half, compared to 14 from Colorado. More than double the league average in just one half. Decoto does well to dispossess Chandler. Still Decoto. Had a chance to talk with head coach Eric Bush earlier this week about Rapids 2 so far this season. Winning is never easy, he said, but been unfortunate to be on the wrong side of a couple score lines. Especially because he feels like this group is very close to coming together and making an impact in a positive way. Second half last time out said borderline excellent, but still didn't do enough to put the ball in the back of the net. That's a great ball over the top for Randall, tries the chip. Kendall Starks with the swat at it. And haven't said his name a lot tonight, Darius Randall. 2 good chances though in that first half. Fidal wants the ball. We saw the temper of this match being well quelled in the first half, despite the 2 yellow cards. One to Carlos Harvey, who was brought off at halftime, the lone change at the interval. And another to Jabari Decoto at right back for Colorado. Another quick whistle and another free kick. We've seen the disparity in the crossing thus far for both of these teams, but a large majority of the crosses for Colorado have not been successful. Chance to change that now.
She must be watching.
Very high line from Minnesota. Swept in, headed down. Fidal. Decoto. A little bit of a different shape now for Colorado. Sent in again and well held by Keen Perkins. A little bit of an awkward one to get away, but does well. Keen Perkins, the 17-year-old Minneapolis native. His first appearance since March 22nd. Hasn't been too terribly battle-tested today in net for Minnesota. Not that he'll be complaining, I'm sure. Distribution has been good, though. Rapids 2 with the press. You heard the contact there, referee not interested. And now Darius Randall has space in behind, trying to close down the angle. Randall to make it 2! Lightning quick speed on the counter. And Darius Randall has his 4th of the campaign. He was just waiting for that pocket of space. had the chance to go, stays onside, diagonal ball is a good one through. Goes right to the near post and then just goes all power to take it by Kendall Starks. It's a well-deserved goal for the forward. And now just one behind the Loons leader in scoring, Marcus Caldera, on the season. Blistering start to the second 45 for the hosts. Ali Fadal went down at midfield before that counter. This portion of the match is brought to you by Belt Bank, a family and employee-owned bank. There was a big 50-50 challenge, and you heard Fadal go down. It looked like he was second to it. So as of now, the goal will stand. 18-year-old Darius Randall with his 4th of the campaign, already beating his tally from last year with 3. We spoke in that first half about what head coach Fernando Adi had to say about Darius Randall, how he wanted him to get on the end of more chances. Just take shots. Waited right until the last possible moment and fired it home.
Scoring for NNUSC 2 in the 53rd minute, number 17, Darius Randall. Assist for line, number 36, Jacob Freeman.
And on that goal, of course, Jacob Freeman, who scored the first, gets the assist. It was an excellent ball through, diagonally in front of the path of Kamal Sabadogo, who couldn't get there in time. Now numbers flying forward again. Here's Vigilante with space. Minnesota looking very strong. First cross cut away, now with Thuda for Aquino. And Jamison. Still Bryce Jamison. Wanted to go coast to coast by himself. Randall, Friedman, tried his best to stay with it. Cameron in trouble. Well blocked, out for a throw-in. Head coach Eric Bushy turning toward his technical area now, looking to prepare a triple change. We saw Colorado starting to dominate things in the final 5, maybe 10 minutes of that first 45. That quick goal has put the wind firmly back in the sails of Minnesota to start this second half. So a couple offensive-minded changes waiting in the wings. Flip towards Randall. Mathuda dispossessing his first touch. Sawadogo. Shaping one long. Sees Jamison wide. They've backed off him here a little bit. That's what you get when you decide to go at defenders like Bryce Jamison does. Enough times dribbling right at the back line, they'll start to give you a little space. Minnesota can't get scared. Oh, goodness. Well, if you can hear what Jabari Dakota is saying, he's claiming his hair was pulled, which would be a red card. Referee was right there and didn't see it. Here is the triple change for head coach Eric Bushy. Bryce Jamison will be brought off in favor of Josh Copeland up top. Chris Aquino's afternoon has come to a close in favor of Landon Strohmeyer. And Bryce Jamison as well on that far side. As well as Luis Garcia. So a very attacking-minded change. So Dakota will carry on. His appeals for a red card fall on deaf ears. He himself on a yellow card, he has to be careful. Out as far as Cameron. Dakota. Settled in front, Dang trying to stick with it. It looked like a push there, and it will be. Well done by Nick Dang. Didn't see anything he liked, just drew the contact. This portion of the match is brought to you by the experts at Alina Health, an altogether better kind of healthcare. Learn more at alinahealth.org. Before the throwing can be taken, James Cameron pleading for medical attention. He'll have to come off, it looks like, at least for a moment. Coach Bushy may be forced into a permanent change. Elsewhere around the league, the other 3 matches currently underway. Chattanooga and Carolina Timbers 2 and Dynamo Dos, LAFC 2 and St. Louis City 2, all scoreless thus far. It is Jacob Freeman and Darius Randall, the two names on Sunday's scoring sheet. Cameron receiving medical attention, but no change yet. So Colorado temporarily down to 10. You see how much wider now they're getting in possession compared to that first half Minnesota. They may have switched to a 4-back here. Vigilante for Randall. Turns the first. Sees the option wide. This to make it 3. Cut back. Oh, it's a great idea. And the finish unable to be provided. So unselfish to pull that back one more time. Harwood with a crunching challenge. Friedman on the curler over the bar.
Yeah! Like it! Do it again!
16-year-old Max Harwood clattering into the press. Another well-worked Minnesota move. As a confirmation that James Cameron will not continue tonight, Jaden Chan Tak will take his spot and has some updated instructions. A little light reading for Saladogo and Charlie Harper, rather the captain's armband. Troy trying to scamper away. Can't get the inside lane. Sees options at the back post. Still with Troy. Too much time. Whipped in, flick on header. Vigilante gonna get there, but the offside flag goes up. Much more direct now from Minnesota. Vigilante. Overlapping run made is a good one. All the way up from the back is Tarnu. Squaring it across. Messily, hastily hoisted away. Jop. There looked to be contact there on that one. Milo Jop goes down. Went down immediately, holding his upper body. And it won't be a foul, instead a drop ball, possession established with Minnesota. Try and go quickly with Vigilante. Beats Chantak to it, but can't beat the ball to the byline.
No, I always call it. I know the boys hate me when I say it. I know what it is, but I go to they all wear the sports bra.
Good interception by Kabia. Second ball still bouncing around. Nobody knew where it was. Mathuda going down and the whistle sounds. The referee quickly brandishes a yellow card. Fernando Adi puzzled with the decision. We'll take another look at it. Looks like Philip Tarnu. I think the yellow card is for kicking the ball away there rather than the foul. because the foul didn't look like there was enough in that for a yellow card. But there is the delay of the restart there after he kicks the ball away. Fernando Adi with a chuck and the shake of the head.
Yeah.
68th minute now. Still 2-0 between Minnesota and Colorado. Philip Galati with you for MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. Promising chance in behind. Player went down. No real appeals from Colorado for the foul. It's Alex Harris again, who's swapped a little more centrally now. Bilo Jop with a good read. Here's Harris with the low try. Behind it all the way is Keen Perkins. Getting some momentum now. Here's Bilo Jop into the area. Upended, but it looked to be a fine tackle at first glance. Harwood will just clear it out of touch. Saw a triple change earlier. There will be a quadruple change now. That's 4 subs for those of you less knowledgeable about Latin.
Substitution for MNUFC 2 in the 70th minute. Leaving the game, number 36, Jacob Friedman.
Jacob Friedman.
And checking in, number 99, Jordan.
Will be brought off
Smith.
in place of Jordan Adebayo Smith up top. Friedman with the goal and an assist. Both the first of his professional career. Troy will be brought off for Marcus Caldera, the team's leading goal scorer. You can see what the fans think about that decision. Excited to see him back on the field. Max Harwood off in midfield for Luciano Pacoda. The final change, Kieran Chandler to be replaced on the near side by Anderson Ferris. A number of academy players now into the fray, and fresh legs in every third of the field. So Darius Randall was the lone striker in the first 70 minutes or so. Now with Marcus Caldera there, it looks like Caldera will play the 9. Randall will check to maybe as a winger, or do they go a 2-striker pairing? First, Minnesota have to play defense. Clear to the top of the key. The first time shot blocked in front by Dang. Second opportunity falling to Chantak. And now the other direction. Randall trying to use his speed, won't get there. Offside flag goes up anyhow. This portion of the match is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Minnesota. Tried and true blue. So it looks like the 3 at the back will stay with Tarnu, the halftime substitution. Maybe a 2-striker pairing. Or rather, Randall out on the left wing. Adebayo Smith on the right wing. Hard to keep track. That is by design, said head coach Fernando Adi. telling us earlier this week, quote, "Our strength is our free flow rotation." If you look at this team, sometimes center backs goes forward. We've seen that a lot today with Nick Dang and Alpha Kabia. We want guys to enjoy the space in front of them, develop plays. But also they need to understand when you have the ball, you're more vulnerable. I want to see our players pulling defenders wide and making things happen. That'll certainly be a card. Very late indeed. Frustration from Charlie Harper. There is that creativity in the final third, making things happen. Harper playing in just about every match this season. Now the second player on the back line for Rapids 2 on a booking. MLS Super Draft selection last year from UNC, the Sydney, Australia native. Driven in, low delivery. Falls to Kabia. He'll scoop it up. Headed out toward the corner and plenty of time to settle now. Randall. 5-on-4 here for Minnesota. To the far side, it's Caldera. Bouncing effort right at Starks. How can Colorado break? Well intercepted. Fresh legs of Philip Tarnu streaking down the near side, trying to pick out the option. Sawadogo there at the front post. With the push, and he can't believe it. Looked like Alex Harris was losing his footing before the contact was initiated, but referee says enough to push him over. And from that angle, it looks more like a foul, to be fair. Had the arm outstretched across the back as well. Wathuda! Aiming for the bottom left corner. Keith Perkins with a decent stop. And now we're seeing that positional freedom again from Sidney Wathuda. He can be just about anywhere he wants to be. Now he'll have to track back. Randall goes over, no call. Strohmeyer. Harris, back for Wathuda, just drifting into that channel as he so often likes to do. Putting on the moves. 3 defenders watching him. Good ball for Chantak. Dispossess. And there may have been a foul in there. And the card does come out. Take another look at it, because the referee pointed for a free kick for Colorado. But was there a stamp in there from Sidney Wathuda? A little confusion. Players backing away now. It looked like Sam Vigilante was first to the ball, but then the referee pointed in the direction of Colorado for the restart. think it may be a case of just the wrong arm being raised. It should be an MNUFC 2 free kick and a Wathuta yellow card. Confirmation of that yellow card is Sidney Wathuta in a case of the referee just getting his left and right mixed up. Happens to everybody. Certainly confusing at first. Sam Vigilante, what a key piece he's been this year. Really developed his runs in behind as the season has gone on. The quality of the crosses that he's put in. Saw plenty of him in that first half. Not as much in this second, in the final third. Austin, Texas native. Played his college ball with Princeton. Helped the Tigers win the regular and the postseason in the Ivy League in the same year for the first time in program history. And he scored the opening goal of the 2025 Ivy League Championship game.
About the leather, but they had like steel shanks, you know, and they're like electrician boots with a long tongue.
So Vigilante has been on the field for quite some time. Per the MLS Next Pro rules, he'll have to come off for a little bit. And it will be a permanent change, in fact.
Leading the game, number 95, Sam Vigilante.
Hector Cruz will come on to replace Sam Vigilante. Receives a well-earned round of applause. Fourth appearance of the season for Hector Cruz, just 21 minutes, pardon me, from those previous 3 combined. Chance to assure this result. Dang. Into the final 10 minutes of regulation. Elsewhere around the league, there have been a couple of goals in the other matches. Alexander Crail putting Chattanooga up 1-0 over Carolina Core. As well as Dynamo Dos, the lone undefeated team in the West, finding the back of the net in their match as well. Nearly a third here, as Randall wanted his second. Samir Mohammed with the lone goal for Dynamo Dos in the first half thus far against Portland. And then St. Louis City 2 against LAFC 2. Also at a 1-0 scoreline. It is Palmer Alt who is continuing his fantastic form to separate the two sides. So as far as the standings currently sit in MLS Next Pro, in the Western Conference, Dynamo Dos in front with 31, City 2 with 26 close behind. Timbers 2 have work to do, down in 4th with 20. For now, Minnesota jump all the way up to 8th with 18 points. And just 3 points behind Timbers 2 in 4th. Double change for head coach Eric Bushy. He gets one more as Ali Fadal's substitution earlier was deemed to be a concussion sub. So One more player does get to enter into the fray. Grant Gilmore will come on at the back, the 17-year-old in place of Kamal Sawadogo, as well as Nathan Chumba, 15 years of age, the Aurora, Colorado native, in for Alex Harris to close this one out. After tonight, Minnesota will get a week off before they host 3 matches in a row. First against SKC2, and then 2 of the top teams in the West in Austin and St. Louis. Very tough stretch of games coming up. Rapids 2 also with a week off before they will host St. Louis City 2 on June 6th. Deep delivery on this one. Back in front, the goalkeeper didn't get there, and very nearly an own goal. Keem Perkins was screaming for it. Defender raced to the rescue. Nearly put it in the wrong net. That could renew some confidence for Rapids 2 here. Another deep delivery, and the whistle sounds immediately. No chance for that one to develop. Let's take one more look at happen here. Looks like Philip Tarnu, who was just trying to meet it, and in fact looped it over his own goalkeeper. Just enough to get it away. Too close to comfort, I'm sure, for head coach Fernando Adi. Tarnu. Forward for Caldera. Trying to seal this one. Staying upright. Toe poke Trivella. Randell on the volley. Fired into Decoto. Thought he might take a touch there, but hit it well and commits the foul. Shantak, great ball for Wathuda to square it across, and dang in the way. Renewed life from Rapids 2. Is there time? Strohmeyer. Harper all the way up from the back. Just tried to force the split. Shantak does well to keep it alive. Now Wathuda. Back on his right. Another good ball in. Tank will just scramble it away as far as he can. It's a great ball through. This might be 2-1. Unselfish play, but the flag goes up. It was right there for the taking. Such a good move. Look one more time. And that is the right call. Josh Copeland was too late to get back. It is absolutely offside. Full credit to the assistant referee for getting that spot on. And that will hurt just a little bit more for Rapids too, because they were looking so strong in the last few passages of play. Can they use that to inspire them and rally and fight back? See ya. Chantak. Fresh legs. Oh, regulated back line. And Wathuda will be offside. You saw there was almost no space to get him the ball there. How tight the line was holding. '90th minute from National Sports Center Stadium. Good ball in. Will fall kindly on the volley. Still loose in front. Was that Abayo Smith having a go? Dang trying to charge it down. It'll be a Colorado throw. Dang has to track back quickly.
Your board official has indicated there will be a minimum of 4 minutes of stoppage time in the second half.
Played out for another throw. Overlapping ball and skippering off his goal line with Starks just to deny it. First of the 4 minutes at a minimum come and gone. Wathuda now with the step over. This one looping towards goal off the crossbar. Don't think that's where he was aiming, Sidney Wathuda. But nearly catching King Perkins by surprise. Another ball in, and again a little bit too hard. Service floating over the area. And like the end of the first half, final 5-10 minutes of the 45, Rapids 2 getting life, getting numbers forward, putting crosses in the box, making things happen, but just not connecting. There have been very positive stretches of play in this match for the visitors, but it hasn't been a sustained level of consistency, especially in the final third. That's what will cost them the 3 points tonight. As a reminder, this match may be coming to a close, but Portland and Houston, LAFC and St. Louis currently underway. Orlando and Miami at 7 o'clock Eastern, plus many more all night long. Available for free on MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. As things stand, it will be Minnesota to keep their first clean sheet since the start of the month, where they blanked St. Louis City 2, with the Loons winning 4-2 in the shootout. Final 30 seconds of regulation, or rather additional time. Chantak going over, free kick. Seemed to be just a hook on the jersey there. One more cross heaved in, that's cleared away. They have to get it forward if they are to try and get one on the road here. Colorado with Thuda, fitting for him to be the last man to play it in. And it's a good ball, headed over by Jabari Dukoto, as Minnesota pick up all 3 points with a clean sheet on home soil against Colorado.
Today's final score, Colorado
2 goals inside the last 5 minutes of the first half and the first few minutes of the second. 1 scored and 1 assisted by tonight's man of the match, presented by Adidas. None other than number 36 for MNUFC 2, Jacob Friedman. The Long Islander with his first goal as a professional in the 41st minute, and then had the assist to Darius Randall to put the result to bed early on in the second 45. Just his 6th start of the season, and made the most of it. Here is his pass forward to Randall, and there's a great run on this goal as well for Darius Randall, who now has 4 goals on the year as Minnesota emerge victorious. That'll do it for us tonight. 2-0 the final between MNUFC 2 and Colorado Rapids 2. For our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew, I'm Philip Galati. Don't forget, you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. Good night.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.